This morning, my buddy Joe from the welding shop, he's going to be on his way up here in just a minute with his forklift, and he's going to help me unload the Carlton Radial drill press right here. So we'll get it plucked off of there, and then I got a pedestal grinder in here that I'm selling to my buddy Jason at Fireball Tool, and we're going to load that up on the trailer so that I can, I'm going to take it to work, that way I can load it with a forklift into the truck. So hopefully it'll be uneventful, and we're going to set it right out here, right outside the shop, because it will not fit, the height of it will not fit in my shop. But I got that because I didn't want to pass up on the opportunity to get that, because I got it for a very good deal, and I'm just going to keep it covered up, and hopefully if I can't get it in this shop, I'll have another big shop pretty soon that I can put it in. So we'll see how it goes.
Oh, you went that far away? Or you went closer?
You get a little bit closer. I just want a little.
Tell me when.
All right, come on in there.
Grab mode's nice.
Yeah, I like that. Big grab walking.
Makes it easy.
Yeah, that's a nice lift, man.
Then when I sit it down, I'll just push that in that way a little bit.
Okay.
Tell me when, when that back corner's where you want it, tell me and I'll sit it down.
Go ahead and sit. Hold on. that's gonna be good right there. I think that'll work, man. That looks good. Can you get out of here? All right, well, we got that task under our belt, got it all finished up, and thankfully we had no issues. Got the Carlton sitting there behind me. I'm glad to see it finally down on the concrete here. So for anybody wondering, and all the guys making the comments, no, this will not fit in the building. You can see right there the top of the column and the door. So I'm actually, it's about 3 inches into the block right here that machine would go into. But I got a really good deal on this machine from Dan. I mean, he really hooked me up. We just did a little horse trading on it. All right, I give him some tools and he give me this drill press, and I didn't want to pass up on the opportunity to have a good machine like this around here. So for now, my plan is to just leave it sit right here where it's at. I will keep it covered up with a tarp, and we're going to keep it sprayed down so that it'll keep the rust from trying to accumulate on the bare metal. And I will probably most likely end up putting me a plug outside right here to where I can just plug the thing in and still be able to use it whenever I want to. But that's how we did the horizontal bore mill at my old shop. It sat outside because it wouldn't fit in the shop, and we kept it covered up with a tarp. It's not ideal, but it will work. So the Marski pedestal grinder, this is something that I had picked up from Andrew Alexander Blacksmith Tools on Instagram back in the summertime. But I've already got one, so I really didn't need a second one. I just really liked the look of this and the coolant trays that are on it. So I got it from Andrew, but I've got the Queen City grinder that I always use. So Jason, he just got that big 36-inch Cincinnati shaper. And I was talking to him, and he said he's been looking for a nice, good old school pedestal grinder so that he can grind some tool bits for his shaper. So I offered up this. We worked out a really good trade, and I'm sending this to Jason. So he's gonna have him a nice old school grinder now. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just taking it to work with me just because, we have a forklift down there, and as you have seen, so I can easily just use that to load this up onto the freight liner that comes to pick it up. Before I had covered this up with a tarp, I used some corrosion inhibitor. So I wanted to show you this. This is the CRC brand SP350 corrosion inhibitor. that I used on the machine, and this stuff works really good. It's a fluid film, so it'll leave an oily, waxy residue on the bare metal. You can see, I mean, it's been on there for a couple of weeks and it still looks kind of wet and shiny. So I'm going to spray it down again. We're going to put a good second coat on it now that it's out here. I just wanted to show this to you. This works really well. If you have any kind of bare metal that you want to coat down to keep from rusting, you can even use it on tools. Whatever you want. Works really good. Just coat it down nice and let it go. All right, check you out some of that stuff if you need some corrosion inhibitor, okay? Well, I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of an overview of what the drill actually does for any of you guys watching that are not familiar with this type of machine. A radial arm drill press. You have an arm. This is considered a 4-foot, just like it says there. So you have a 4-foot arm right here. So you should have generally a 4-foot work range right here that your spindle can be in. So you can move this wherever you want to. Unlock this guy right here. Use this hand wheel. And you can just position anywhere on this arm that you'd like. The arm also swings. It rotates around the column right there. So that's this guy, this lock right here. You see it trying to fall back that way. Position it anywhere you want. And I need to do a little bit of research on it, but from what I understand, I know Brian Block had mentioned this, you're supposed to be able to move this thing completely off, 90 degrees or wherever you need to, and not risk it falling over. I believe the base is weighted enough to cantilever this arm from falling over. And you also have power elevation on it too, which I can't do because it's uses an electric motor. But when it's under power, you can use that lever there and it'll run it up and down this column where you need to adjust your height. All right, here's your so here's your spindle. You got power feed on it as well. So you engage that right there to do your power feed. You've got different feed rates on there, and then of course you got different RPM. You have a gearbox there to select different range speeds that you want to drill at. So I think that's going to be about it for now. We got her nice and oiled down. Probably spray a little bit more right here, and I'm going to cover this thing back up with a tarp, and pretty soon I'm going to see about getting some power, get a plug over here so that we can actually power this thing up and see it actually cut something.